3, 2, 1, 0, start. Hello and welcome everybody. This is your host, Learvok, and you're just in time for another episode of Luigi's Mansion 3. Yeah, I don't sound too excited right now because two things. One, I had to restart this episode because my mic was not plugged in correctly. It unplugged itself, or at least rather the phantom power did. For those of you that don't know, if you're going to get into video production, a higher quality mic needs a higher quality condenser mic, which is what I use. Needs something called phantom power to kind of give it an extra boost of power because your computer just doesn't have enough to power it up. It's a pretty common thing for a lot of things that a lot of microphones require it. It's like an extra $16 purchase. I'm already paying like $40 for the mic. I might as well pay another $20. I might as well pay another $20 for the power source, the extra power source. Problem is that thing can get unplugged from the wall, like with anything else that gets plugged into the wall. So I went with the whole first episode not recording my audio. Unfortunately, that does mean because the furthest save I could go back happened after the cutscene that happened, which brings me up to the other point of why I'm not happy to do this episode, because, well, I at least have the footage for that, so I'll put in the cutscene there for you.
Oh, yeah, ha ha, yeah. Oh. Oh yeah. Oh. Oh no.
So yeah, we have to deal with Poultry Kitty. So follow Poultry Kitty and get the button, because that damn cat stole our button. Now during the video, speaking of the cat, I'll say the one good thing about the cat is that the music is good. Because it's kind of like that Chinese, Japanese sitar going in there with in the songs. I'm not sure where the sitar originates from. I could be wrong on both places of origin. In which case, wow, I feel like I feel super white right now, like super white and American, which not a good feeling at that moment, at that particular moment anyway. Yeah, for those of you who haven't brushed up on your American history, which very well could be a lot of Americans. Let's be honest here. We don't really like talking about our bloody pasts. We did a racism multiple times in our history, and we're afraid to talk about it. I am peaking my audio way too much. I need to calm down a little in there. But regardless, we committed quite a few racist atrocities in our time. Like during World War II, when we put Japanese Americans in internment camps, which, to be fair, we were at war with Japan, yada yada yada. Doesn't make it right, just a fair explanation. But we also did the same to Chinese people because we couldn't tell the difference between a Chinese person and a Japanese person. Which is probably the biggest yikes to me, at least, because, the atrocities we've committed in the past, yeah, okay, sure, whatever. They're bad. They're bad atrocities. Everyone's done those. But not being able to tell one ethnicity from another is a whole nother story, and I'm not going to be able to do my 2-for-1 deal like I did before. Alright. Nope. Oh. Well, this is so far going way worse than it was before. I was able to snatch these guys before. This is the part where I lie and say, oh no, actually I was able to snatch all three of them at once. I was very pro.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway. America, like with any other country, was pretty bad. The biggest problem is, much like with every other country that's run by white people, we're too gutless to actually acknowledge it. And if you want a non-American example, let's look at the UK and the fact they're unwilling to give back some of their cultural artifacts they stole from other countries. Like let's not try to mix words here. They stole those artifacts from indigenous people and they just refuse to give them back. I think Spain's also in that same boat. France is also in that same boat. Basically every country that has a museum is in that same boat. Also, Poultry Kitty becomes Poultry Kaiju Kitty. Poultry Were Kitty. Were Kitty, that's what I'm looking for. Were Kitty. So yeah. Hold on, I just realized. Oh! Okay, gotta wait for the timing here, and eyes open, and there we go. Okay, slam, bam, wham, and thank you, ma'am. Okay, so yeah, this is not the conversation I wanted to have. I was actually going to talk about Dom Farah and his videos about his cat Rio that he's done. There's a series of at least 3, I think possibly 4 videos where he's just talking to his cat. And it starts off like as an innocent enough conversation, and then just him screaming violently at his cat because his cat's either not paying attention, eating too much, or just doing whatever. They are the funniest things ever. I love those videos so much. And if I had any kind of talent whatsoever, or any kind of motivational drive these days, I'll clip those videos. I clip scenes from those videos, particularly the one where he's playing the piano and calling his cat an asshole, or playing the piano. It's just the funniest part. It's like one of my favorite ones. He's on the piano, he's singing Rio's an asshole. He's a no good rotten asshole. In the morning, he's an asshole. Ah! This gets again. It's this little violent, just talkative violence that you get with the cat in the video, and the cat just doesn't respond at all. Like, he just keeps panning over to the cat, not doing anything. At one point, the cat's just like looking at something else in the distance. He's like, "What are you looking at? You're looking at a glove? I'm trying to have a normal conversation with you. You find that glove more interesting than me." I'm paraphrasing everything he's saying. Obviously, it's been a few weeks since I've seen the video. There's the other one. There's the one I really like is I think this Rio is a cat. Why did I do that? So see the black light on this guy. It's like, think when God made you, you said, "Hey, I'm like an artist. You know, he walks on 4 legs, has a tail covered in fur." No, he's not gonna make a cat. I love to quote that one I love to quote that line all the time. But oddly enough, the phrase "you are a cat" I say a lot. Oddly enough, to one of our dogs. Yeah, one of our dogs I constantly call a cat because he basically acts like a cat. You see anything shiny on the wall, he starts looking at it, starts chasing it. He climbs on top of stuff. He's a French bulldog, so he's like a tiny little thing. He's like one step smaller, one class of dog bigger than a Chihuahua. You know, and about as punchable, for being honest. I mean, for a French bulldog, he's a smart dog, but he's an asshole. Like, he's potty trained. He knows he doesn't pee on the floor. He knows he doesn't poop on the floor. He knows he can go to the door and ring the bell and it'll let him out. He does it anyway. He just craps and pees all over the place, wherever he wants. and he just doesn't listen to you. Like, again, he's a cat! He's a cat. He's an asshole. He doesn't listen. He doesn't care. He's just on his own timeline.
Luigi?
It's like the poor kitty went to the floor and got away. How about checking the floor below this one, Luigi? I will. Reluctantly, because... Again, I do not like this part of the game. And I think you can see why, right? This happens twice, by the way. It happens later on once more. So I'm kind of doing a little bit of spoileriness there, but like, you know, whatever. It's annoying that this happens twice. Technically 3 times? So the third time isn't with the cat. It's with something else. I don't exactly remember. It's not exactly the same thing the third time. But at least with the third time, when you go back to the floor you go back to, it's almost completely different. But yeah, so anyway, I think I'm going to go ahead and end the episode off here for now. Oh, never mind. Ouch! How are you supposed to avoid that? And also, wow, I did not get that first guy right away. That was weird. I'm going to assume it's like a weird perspective and he's like beside me, which is why I was sucking in the other guy first instead. I'm not going to complain, it worked out in the end anyway. So in the next episode, we're going to go to floor 7, back into the garden suites. Because we had to go back here. The place so nice, they wanted us to go back twice. I will say the second time this happens, it's not as bad. I don't remember it being as bad. It's still annoying, though. It's still super annoying. Either way, we're done for this episode. In the next episode, we'll continue chasing that damn cat. Until then, I'll see you guys later.